Hello friends, welcome to the video series on Oracle collections. So in this video, we are going to see how to define and use a record using a percentage row type. So if you are watching this video for the first time, I would suggest you start from the previous video for a better understanding. Though this video covers very much specific to row type, in the earlier video, we discussed about the basics of collection, what are all the types of collection. So in this video, we are just going to start with how to define a row type, how to define a record using a percentage row type, how to assign value to it, how to access that, and how to use the percentage row type as part of insert and update statement. So this is the data type what we saw in the previous video. So we can define a record by two ways. One is like using a type variable, sorry, not type variable, it is using a type definition. Another is like using a percentage row type. So in this video, we'll see about percentage row type. Probably in next upcoming videos we'll see about the type. So if you are from a C background, it's very similar to the structures in the C, where we'll be defining a structure. Okay, so the structure will contain some internal fields. That means in this structure we'll be storing like multiple values. For example, here in the student data we are storing three information: name, ID and age. So the structure definition will say what are all the internal fields this structure can hold. So this is the structure definition. Once the structure is defined, we'll be defining a variable for that structure. That means now this particular variable, that is the student variable, can hold three informations in the same variable. So here we are assigning all those three information into this structure variable. Then we are accessing that variable in the statement. When you execute this program, this just prints the information. So exactly in Oracle, similar to these structures, we have a concept called record. Okay, even if you are not from a C background, it doesn't matter. We'll understand through the next set of examples. So here in Oracle, we can define the record using two ways. One is using the percentage row, as I already mentioned, and another way is to define using the type definition, which we'll see later in the next set of videos. So when we use the percentage row type and when we declare a record, that represents the one row of a table or view. Suppose if I say variable name as a employee percentage row type, means that variable can hold one row of the employee table. Okay, now here the field of this record are predefined. That means the fields of this record are basically defined using the underlying base table. The moment when I say employee percentage row type, all the fields are automatically inherited from the employee table. So the name of the field and the data type of the fields are automatically inherited from the employee table. So you can see here the record has the field name with same name and data type of that referenced table or the view. Okay, if you want to access the individual information from that record, you can use the record name dot field name. We'll start understanding with an example now. So before understanding, we'll see a very simple example, that is using a scalar variable. See, in this example, what we are doing, we are just declaring two variables, one to hold the employee name, another to hold the salary. So we are just selecting the salary and the employee name, and we are assigning into this scalar variable, and we are just printing. Let us see one simple scenario. Suppose in this table you have 100 column and you want to fetch 90 columns from the table into some scalar variable. So typically what we will do, we'll go and define 90 variables, 90 individual scalar variable. Then we'll select the information into all these 90 variables. Then we'll be accessing. So for defining a 90 variable, we'll be putting 90 declaration statement. And obviously whenever you want to access, you'll be accessing with the individual variables, whatever you have defined. So instead of defining the 90 variable to hold 90 independent values, using a percentage row type variable with just one variable, we can hold the entire information. In fact, the entire 100 column information of a particular row. So to define the variable as a percentage row type, we just need, the syntax is very straightforward. We just need to say, you just need to give a variable name followed by table name percentage row type. That means now this variable can hold one row of the employee table. And assigning a value is also very straightforward. We can directly assign using the variable name dot field name equal to value. That is, using an assignment operator, you can assign values for all these fields. Otherwise, you can fetch the information from a table and you can load it. The moment you declare a variable, now we will get the record initialized, something like this. Right now it is having null value, but the fields of the records will be very similar to the name of the field, and the data type of the fields are automatically inherited from the employee table. Now we can select the information from the table and we can insert or we can assign to this particular record type variable or a row type variable. The moment you assign it, all these informations will be loaded into this record type. To access the individual information, we can use the row type variable dot the column name, something like row type variable dot employee name or row type variable dot e name. So this will give you. Let us see a very formal example now. So as you can see here, we are defining a row type variable and we are assigning all the information of an employee 5 into this variable. Then we are accessing all this information. Now all this information getting printed whenever we execute this plsql block. So this is one main advantage of row type. Instead of declaring individual values, see in this case, in fact all these 8 columns of an employee table are already loaded in the row type variable. The one more main advantage is whenever you go and add a new column to the table, that will get automatically added to this row type variable. We don't have to do any changes to our code. Let us see one more example now. So this is the example I just now showed you, like how to fetch this information. Just one more very clear thing you need to keep it in mind. The exceptions are very similar to the select statement exception. Suppose if you are trying to load more than one value, let me just remove this where condition. In this case, definitely you will be getting an error saying that exact fetch returns more than requested number of row, because this variable can hold only one row, whereas the select statement is actually trying to fetch more than one row. That's why we are getting. In fact, the same exception will be getting as part of a simple anonymous simple scalar variables also. Suppose if the select statement is not fetching any record, so in this case we'll be getting an exception like no data found. The same thing whatever we get when we use a scalar variable also. So make sure you handle the exceptions accordingly. Okay. So this is from an exception point of view. We'll see one more example. See, I'm just creating a table called employee underscore backup now. And if you see here, I'm loading this information of an employee 5 into this variable, and this variable I'm directly using in the insert statement. So instead of specifically defining the variables or instead of specifying individual values, I'm directly giving this row type variable in the insert statement. So this directly insert all the information into this employee backup table. Let us just check the employee backup table now. Now if you see, the record is actually getting populated into the employee backup table. So this is how we'll be using. But keep it in mind, the row type what you are using as part of the insert statement should be compatible with the target table. Okay. So this is how we'll be using as part of insert statement. Same way we can use this row type as part of update statement also. You can see here, I'm using here as part of the update statement. That means the entire information of the row type variable will be updated into this employee table. So just before updating, whatever the information you want to change, you can just go and modify in the row type variable. So first let us check what is the information in the employee for employee number 5, where employee number equal to 5. Say for example here the salary is 3000. So now I am just adding 100 with this salary and I am just making the department number as 50. I'm just executing this block. After this, if you see, the salary is incremented from 3000 to 3100 and the department is increased, updated as a 50. We'll see one more example. So this is just for us to understand the row type is not just only for table name percentage row type. You can give as part of a variable cursor name, also cursor variable name percentage row type. So in this case, we are declaring a cursor. So as a cursor variable, I am declaring a cursor name dot percentage row type. That means this variable can hold one row of the cursor's type. Okay, so now let me just execute this program. So as you can see here, we are just fetching the information from the cursor and we are just printing it. So here is the cursor example. So this particular row type variable can hold one row of the cursor. So that's why we are just opening the cursor, fetching all this information into row type variable. Instead, otherwise we'll be fetching into the individual values. Okay. If you have learned something new, please like this video, subscribe and stay tuned for new feature videos, interview questions, concept videos, tips and tricks, SQL practical questions. If you have any comment, share it in the comment section or you can directly drop to my email ID. Thanks a lot for watching this video.